Good evening, YouTube. Marth88 coming at you live. I guess I really don't need these headphones because, well, I don't need listening to anything. So we're going to take those off so I can talk clearly and not too loud because it's kind of late at night around here, and it's about 10:30 p.m. my time. I finally got my emulator set up. I've just put up a video explaining, my first gameplay action of the game through the emulator. Went really well. I enjoy the game. I can't wait to play it some more. Definitely live on stream tomorrow for you guys. As of this moment, I wanted to kind of go over the talent system, or for those who play DBD, your perk system. There is no, it's too early for me to know because of course I just been playing the game tonight because I had barely finally got access to it because it's an Android app and it finally released this week. So as time goes, we'll figure out if there is a max persona level. So is there only a max that you can get to, so you can only get certain talents? I'll open up the tree here and show you guys that here in a second, but let's go ahead and flip that over right now so I can show you. Okay, so you've got two sides, two talent trees that you can go through. Okay, you've got the survivor talents and the hunter talents. Okay, doesn't matter which hunter you play. It doesn't matter if you play either Hell Ember, which is kind of like the hag, smiley face. Haven't really came across anything for him quite yet. How I can best explain him. Gamekeeper, which is actually a unique skill shot. It's kind of like a huntress, but instead of throwing axes, you throw a hook like Roadhog in Overwatch, and if you land it, you pull him in, giving you pretty much a free hit if you're fast enough to react. His ultimate chain, after you get enough presence in the match, which is you've damaged enough people by hitting them, you gain presence as you hit people. The hook, as you hook somebody, deals damage. I will play the game later to see if maybe after you damage them with the hook, does it still pull them, so it's pretty much a guaranteed down if you can land one of those hooks late game. And then of course the Ripper, which is my favorite because it's like the Wraith that actually can hit out of stealth. Thank you, DBD, for still screwing my Wraith over. But this is not about DBD. This is about a game that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. And it is like DBD. They have collaborated with DBD. So before people say rip off, they were working with the devs to create a Dead by Daylight pretty much for the mobile devices. So shush it, you naysayers, toxic community. But long story short, we're going to go ahead and go over the talents. This will be a pretty lengthy video because there's a lot of them, so I'll try to skip through them a lot. So as you can tell here, you have points that you get. To earn these points, you have to level up each one of these categories. Okay? Each time you level up one of these categories, it gives you 1 point. So, in theory, kind of think of it kind of like Dead by Daylight style. You've got altruism, generators, boldness, and sacrifice, or just things like that. There's 4 different categories for doing different things. This game is pretty similar to it, but a little bit different. Deceit is like brutality for the killers. Deterrence is sacrifice. Vigilance is chase. Tough is kind of like breaking pallets. I think there's other ways of earning it too. I'm not 100% sure. I'll figure that out as time goes. And then for survivors, you've got the gen time, escaping the killer. One of these is escaping the killer, the other one's surviving. I can't remember which is which. And then of course friendly, which is your healing of your teammates and helping your teammates out. So what it is each single dot requires a certain amount of XP. In a match while you play a game of Identity V,
Auto
the
shutdown
max
initiated.
score in game you can get per category is 3,000. You do gain a bonus. I believe it's based off of how many. If you win or you lose, and you get a base percentage. Because I was getting 6,000 a game for formatting. In the other video, actually I could bring it up right here. Score, there it is. So if you look right here, it gave me plus 3,000, plus 3,000, plus 3,000, plus 3,000, and then it gave me an additional 3,000 times 1.2. So I'm assuming that means because I was victorious, I gained that many experience points per this, like for tough, vigilance, deterrence, and stuff like that. So I think that's what it is. I think it's like 6,000 after game if you win. And you get like a multiplication plus whatever you actually earn that game. It's new to the game, so I haven't fully gone into full detail for that. But each time, like I said, you fill up one of these circles, you're going to get a point. So if you see here, I leveled up toughness twice after that game, vigilance once, deterrence once, and deceit twice. So it gave me 6 more points. Okay, pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. You know, it's pretty simple to get it. You just play the game, you get the talent points. Okay, again, I don't know if there's a max level. We'll figure that out as time comes. So let's go ahead and go into the persona for the killer to kind of show you the talents. Okay, you can sit here and spend points willy-nilly because at any time you can pull points back. So with doing so, it makes me wonder if there will be a max level, so you won't be able to fill out this whole tree. If you were able to fill out this whole tree, I would be surprised. Let me see here. Can I zoom out? Ah, there we go. So I can zoom out. Beautiful. I'm still learning this emulator. Okay. So, long story short, so you've got all these potentials. Oh my lord, Marth, you are a fool and a dumbass. Hide the scores. Okay, so this is the persona. Let me hide my webcam so you can see it. Remember, professional YouTuber here, guys. Not going to do any video editing. You know, the candid moments I like a lot. So I like to keep the videos original. But you've got this huge web. Okay, so like I was trying to say earlier, is if you spend a point, spend a point, and spend a point, you can pull these back at any time. And then you can put into other areas if you choose to. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over each side of the tree. Okay, and that way you can kind of see the talents. There are some that you're going to recognize from Dead by Daylight, and there's going to be some that, you're going to have fun with. Okay, so first things first, the owl. So we'll start with the right of the tree and work our way to the left, around. Okay, this is like unnerving presence. So pretty much it makes a skill check smaller when they're in your terror radius. So when they're doing skill checks. Okay, lurk. Pretty much the outline of a cipher machine is highlighted when within 24 meters of a cipher machine being decoded. So that means if there is somebody working on that particular machine and you're within 24 meters of it, it'll be highlighted so you can see it. FYI, if you've got sound and you can hear, you don't need this, because if you're within 24 meters, they're working on that particular cipher machine, and you don't need to worry about it. Raven flock, so pretty much spies of the shadows. Pretty much if you're within a certain range of a crow and the survivor triggers it, it lets you know. Hospitable. Pretty much it's like agitation. So as I'm carrying the survivor, the faster I move. Wanted order. This one I think this is kind of like barbecue and chili in a sense. It reads when the survivor is placed on the rocket chair or hook and the remaining 3 survivors are healthy or incapacitated, the outline of a random survivor is shown for a short period of time. The outline will last for 25 seconds after the survivor on the rocket chair has been saved. I have not gotten there to test it, so I don't know if you immediately see it right away, or if you get the random notification to see the survivor after they're saved. So that one I'm not 100% sure about. I'm thinking that's like a little barbecue and chili-ish, or maybe a reverse barbecue and chili. So, interesting. Announcement, survivors are highlighted for 5 seconds, so better murmur. Okay, so when the exit gates are powered, you see them. Impact, a mangle effect, so pretty much they take longer to heal after you hit them. And this is Predator, prolongs their footprints to last longer, so they pretty much last longer on the ground. Okay, next tree. Deteriorate. Oh my gosh, my tongue is tied at this late at night. Pretty much it reduces, if they're wounded, pretty much it makes it to where they do things slower. So it's kind of like Thanatophobia, but it only affects the person that's injured. Restraint reduces the fear radius, so pretty much the heartbeat by 15%. So monitor and abuse, I guess, would be a good one there. Panic, this is like Thanatophobia, when a survivor is wounded, incapacitated, or placed on a rocket chair, decoding healing, and destroying speed for all survivors is reduced by 3%, and this can affect can multiply. So for survivors, 12%. Rage, enduring, pretty much you recover faster from getting stunned, as well as if they break free from your grasp. So this is a little bit more than just regular enduring. I like that one a lot. It actually helps a lot. Berserker, attack speed is increased by 15, 20, and 25% when a survivor is placed on the chair. So I have not tested this one yet. I've been playing mostly on my mobile apps on my phone before I got this set up on my computer. I haven't gotten there on the mobile app either, so as time goes, I'll figure this out, and probably someone can comment down below if they've, for those who've played longer, because iOS released faster. I don't think this stacks. I don't know if this is for a few seconds after putting on the rocket chair, or if it's the first time you put someone on there, you've got a increase for the rest of the game. So that one's a little interesting. Okay. Fallen Misfortune. This one I do not understand that much. When a survivor is placed on the rocket and the hunter is 18 meters away, the hunter gains 10, 15, 20% chance of causing fallen misfortune and 2 times fear when attacking. I don't understand that one. If someone can put in the comments what they know about that one, I haven't been able to test that yet, and I don't understand what that means. Destructiveness, pallets destroyed faster. Brittle strength, pretty self-explanatory. And bamboozle, or in this case, confined space. When vaulting the window, the hunter can block the window for 20 seconds, preventing both sides from being able to use that window again. Okay, next, we got our old good-fashioned Slug Stalker. Yes! Pretty much 18 meters, Deer Stalker. Pretty self-explanatory. You see them when they're down on the ground. Fetish pretty much slows their sabotage speed while trying to sabotage your chairs. Tinnitus. Receiver prompt when a survivor is within 36 meters. So in other words, whispers. Gain 10% movement speed after continuously pursuing a survivor for 15, 12, and 10 seconds. This bonus effect disappears when your pursuit fails, faulting, attacking, or when stunned. So in other words, this is kind of like a bloodlust. And then we've got Street Sweeper, Nurse's Calling. So pretty much you get to see people when they're healing within 28 meters of you. Possessive reduces the speed at which survivors can do things while in your terror radius. So it reduces their progression while in your terror radius. Reduces the self-healing limit of incapacitated survivors by 10, 20, and 30%. So what this means is they can't 99 themselves on the ground or whatever the max is you can get. So this will actually reduce it by 10, 20, and 30. So they will not be able to get to max. So when someone walks up to them, they still will have to heal for a little bit. And insolence, hunters can increase their in-game presence to unlock their special abilities. Presence stops increasing after skills are unlocked. This one I haven't gotten yet. So I'm assuming this helps you get your presence faster. So you get your abilities faster. Or maybe it helps you get your tier 1 faster, but you can't get your tier 2. That will be testing later for sure. And then we've already checked Fetish. And then the final tree, which has got some pretty decent abilities. One that kind of seems a little weird, but yeah, I kind of recommend getting it if you are a killer. Definitely Inertia. Increases attack recovery speed by 10%. Yeah, recovers faster. You need that. This one's decent if you got teams that are saboing you. And you do tend to get a lot of sabos. After 2 rocket chairs are destroyed, you gain bonus 6% for every extra chair destroyed. So if they destroy 3, you get 6%. 4, 12. 5, 18. So on and so forth. It is what it is. Okay. Eye for an eye. When a survivor stuns you with a pallet, you see him for 6 seconds. Okay, not bad. So you can kind of see which way they ran off to. Giant Claw, Iron Grasp. This is huge because it reduces the struggle effects by 75%. In this game, the struggle effects are huge because of it being a mobile game. and also reduces their struggling speed by 15%. This right here to me is a really good perk to have, because I have been thrown around so much without this perk that I have actually dropped people because I can't get to a chair in time. And then Control Freak, pretty much, it's like Monstrous Shrine, but for any rocket. So pretty much they die faster while they're sitting in the chair. Mock, you gain movement speed when a survivor is placed on the rocket chair. Again, I think this is for a short time. I don't think it's permanent. Again, someone can comment below, one of the devs maybe. They can kind of explain that a little bit. Carnival gains, pretty much it's like NOED in the sense you gain attack recovery speed and movement speed when the exit gates are active for 120 seconds. So pretty much you're faster at the end of the game. And then of course, NOED. Your hits insta down for 120 seconds. So pretty much you're faster, you swing faster, and you insta down for 120 seconds. So again, as I play the game, I will find out if you get these permanent or not. So time will tell on that. Well, they're permanent, don't get me wrong. But I don't know if you'll be able to get all of these. If you can, holy crap. If not, then you're going to have to pick and choose your battles. But especially when you have different loadouts you can create, I don't think you're getting everything. I think you're going to have to pick and choose your battles. If you want to go carry build or pallet ignore build, you know, so on and so forth. So I'm assuming there is a max level. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go for the survivors. Okay. So they've got multiple perks that they can go with as well, just like the killers. So let's go ahead and start off with each one here. So Plunderer's Instinct without the extra loot chance. Pretty much it displays chests within 16 meters. Cold, you'll be notified of the direction the hunter when it is looking at you from behind and is within 36 meters. So pretty much if he's behind you and he's coming up on you, kind of like a spine chill. So he'll know that he's looking at your butt. Movement speed is increased by 468% for 120 seconds when the exit gate is activated. So this is pretty much like Hope. Hey babe, how's it going? Compensate, the location of the hunter is displayed for 357 seconds when a survivor is shocked while decoding a cipher machine. So this is if they fail a skill check, you can actually get to see the hunter. So I'm assuming this isn't just you. I think this might be everybody. So if someone of your little newbie teammates fail a skill check, you get to see it. And then borrow time. Don't get it confused because we have actual borrow time later on in one of the talent trees, but this is adrenaline. Okay, this is adrenaline. Okay, so hope and into adrenaline. So you get a huge movement speed increase if once the gate is powered. Okay, distraction. The hunter's displayed is for 5 seconds when the exit gate's activated. Dark sense. Self-deception, chance of the hunter not detecting a survivor shocked by a cipher machine increased by 100%. So I think that's Fangman's Technician. So you fail a skill check, he won't. He'll never know that you failed it because you're bad because you failed the skill check. Because hey, guess what? We won't let him know. Shh, it's our secret. You're a noob. And slows the cooldown of the rocket chair by 3, 6, and 9%. So it reverses, you know, makes you die slower on the chair. So if he's camping, you'll last a couple of seconds longer, nothing special. Mech Elite increases the scope of success by 10% when a calibration is triggered. So that means, I guess that's assuming that makes your skill check better, or bigger, so it's easier to hit. Curiosity, so Deja Vu. Pretty much lets you see the two of the closest ciphers when you start. Disturbance, Urban Evasion. You gain more movement speed while crouched, so you actually move a little bit faster. And no, you will not move faster than regular walking speed with this. Teammates heal you quicker, so that pretty much means it's botany knowledge for when teammates heal you. So it's pretty good because that can help if if your teammates are healing you. That just makes it super quick and you're back in the action quick. Trails disappear quicker, so lightweight. Sticker, when incapacitated, self-healing speed is increased by 10%, and moving speed is increased by 100%. So tenacity, in a sense. So you crawl faster and you self-heal faster on the ground. It's not unbreakable, so you don't get up from it, but it helps you recover faster. Decoding, healing, and destroying speed is increased for each survivor within 5 meters, so I think that's prove thyself. So pretty much the more teammates around you, the faster you go. And Spectator, the speed of healing others by 20%, displays wounded survivors except for those tied to balloons. So empathy with a bonus, so you can find your teammates faster and heal them faster. Okay. So drawbridge effect displays survivors within 18 meters. Bond, if I'm not mistaken. Distress, when you're placed on the rocket chair, other survivors can see each other. Kindred. Sneak, when a survivor is placed on a rocket chair within 18 meters of the rocket chair, leaves no trail. Oh. Wait. So I'm assuming this will not alert the killer that someone's nearby. So I'm assuming that means no footprints will be left around the chair. Shelter, after saving a survivor from a rocket, healing speed is increased by 20, 30, and 40%. This effect can multiply. We will make it. Healing speed is increased by 15, 20, and 25. Body knowledge. When placed in a rocket chair, other survivors within that area are faster, so pretty much it makes it easier for them to save you and get to you quicker. Herd effect. The decoding, healing, and destroying speed of survivors within 5 meters is increased. So leader, so it makes other people faster when they're near you. And after saving a survivor from the rocket, both you and the survivor will be invincible for 20 seconds. During this time, you cannot be knocked down or healed. The damage taken within this time will be applied instantly when the effect dissipates. So it's borrowed time, but you cannot be healed. So you have the really bad negative and no potential positives to it. So that's really interesting. Okay. Now we move over to the final tree. Okay. Rescue move. When you rescue someone, you rescue them 44% faster, so you save them from the hook or the rocket chairs faster. Exit path. Unbreakable. When incapacitated, you can ignore the self-heal limit and recover from being the state of being wounded only once, so unbreakable. Prisoner's dilemma. When a survivor is being carried by the hunter, both of them are displayed an extra 5 seconds. This effect ends when the survivor is placed on the rocket chair, so it kind of helps you see which way they're walking and have a good idea of where they're going to get hooked or put in the chair. Your mighty strength increases the hunter's recover by 10, 15, and 20% when you hit the hunter with a pallet. So you're uber strong and you hurt that hunter even more. So it kind of counteracts rage or enduring to where they just get stunned longer. Will to survive. You actually struggle speed is increased by 5, 10, and 15%. This is why I said that one ability on the killer is very needed. Because if a runner or survivor runs this perk, that means they're going to wiggle hella fast out of your hands. Bad example, when you're within 12, 18, 24 meters of a rocket chair with a survivor on it, your personal movement speed increases a lot. Okay, life. Dash speed is increased by 30, 40, 50% after vaulting a pallet only. Okay, 60, 50, 40 seconds. Broken windows. Dash speed is increased by 50% for 3 seconds after vaulting a window. Okay, I have not been there yet. Someone that maybe has played this game can answer this question. Can the abilities stack? Can you vault a pallet to a window, jump the window, and get the sprint burst again? Or is it to where you can only do one or the other? That's the question. So if someone that down below can comment, kind of let us know what the answer is. But again, like I said, I do not believe you get to keep your stuff. I believe this is 100%. You're not going to, you have to choose what you want. You're not going to be able to get everything. That's my personal thinking of this. More people that have played this a lot longer because it was released in Asia for a long time. We'll be able to determine that for more, probably better than I can. But ultimately, it's a nice little system. No randomization, no add-ons. Each hunter will have some, well, not each hunter, some hunters will have certain passives that they have to where he finds parts for his weapon to makes it stronger, and then each survivor has external traits which are passives for themselves that makes them unique to themselves away from each other survivor, so that way they're just not skins. They each have something special that they can bring to the party. Overall, I think it's great. They've done a good job. I like the way the system works. Good job, Identity V, NetEase. Can't wait to play future this, share more content with you guys. And then other than that, guys, I hope you have a great night. Be safe.